So, hi. I'm going to talk about camera work and just give a bit of insight into some of the decisions that we made about camera work during filming. Throughout our film, one of the themes was to have Amy constantly getting in touch with Sam. We used a variety of shots, including close-ups, which would allow the audience to see the possessiveness of Amy and showed how sort of clingy she was towards Sam. In particular, shots of the car scene where Sam's phone is ringing and Amy answers, and no, Sam's phone is ringing and Amy answers. That was particularly useful in using a close-up. However, on reflection, some of the close-ups that we used, for example, on the shot of Amy texting Sam and the missed call shot, which is first seen when Sam gets in the car, it's not very clear. So maybe, perhaps, if we were to refilm again, then we could have changed that. We also thought it was particularly useful when having a close-up shot of the phone at the beginning to show our titles. Trapped, we had the main use that as a standard shot on its own, and then the names follow afterwards. For example, in the college scene, we also used a variety of shots. Two shots were used to show myself and Ryan, who played one of Sam's friends, sort of looking at Mark at his bruise, and I think the point of view shot of me and Ryan looking at Mark's bruise is the first indication to the audience of some irregularity, if you like, that something is wrong within Sam's home life. It's only when you really get home and we see the close-up shot of him touching the answer phone that we really begin to understand of something that is genuinely not right. The close-up shots of Sam opening the fridge we found particularly inventive as well. We wanted to sort of vary things, and we tried out different things. So we tried over the shoulder shots of Sam opening the fridge, but really the one we most stuck powerful was the close-up shot in the beginning, because that first introduced the audience to the bruise fully to the bruise. The tracking shot as well that we see when Sam moves from outside to inside as well. That's quite smooth as well to show the sort of haste that Sam has to sort of get home, if you like. And then we found the interesting sequence upstairs of the cupboard shot when Sam's opening, the close-up shot in particular. This really now states to the audience that there is something wrong, and the bruise very much clear. The close-up shot, the extreme close-up even of Sam's face, making clear that the bruise is there. The dinner sequence also used a variety of shots. We used over the shoulder shots to show Sam cooking the dinner, and then we used close-up shots to show Amy and Sam sort of connecting with their hands together, and this to the audience to sort of symbolise their relationship, if you like. The photo scene, we needed to show a different variety of viewpoints, particularly Megan's anger and Sam's sort of feelings after he was attacked. So close-up shots and two shots were sort of shown to use their relationships. The selection of close-ups and different close-up shots and different shots were used to sort of add a different view, if you like, of each character's perspective of the situation. The shot at the end, which of that sequence of Sam being hit, is particularly useful in first showing Sam's sort of unhappiness of his girlfriend's treatment of him. The conversation between Laura, Megan and Mark, we decided to have a tracking shot of Sam and Amy walking down from the hill. We thought this probably make it a bit more interesting to the audience instead of just watching a plain old static shot, and we felt that the movement of the camera was quite smooth. The point of view shots of Laura also show Mark's sort of I guess happiness of seeing Laura, a friendly face that we then later know to sort of be his sort of friend, I guess, rather than Amy. Constantly throughout the conversation, the two shot of Mark and Megan, it's constantly got Amy's face in it. This allows the audience to see Amy's facial expressions when Laura's talking to Sam. And that way we were able to introduce Amy's disapproval of Sam talking to Laura. Also, we found quite useful was the close-up shot of their hands. It sort of shows the relationship disbanding. and first signs that think cracks are beginning to show within their sort of relationship. Towards the end, we began to use a more different variety of shots, particularly the shot of Amy hitting Sam with the saucepan by having it by using a natural blockage of the opening to the wall. We're able to show the distortion, and it sort of kind of gets symbolised as that Sam was still trapped. We went through different various options of this, but in the end we found it quite difficult to produce a shot which would show Sam directly. That would show Sam directly being hit by Amy, because obviously we couldn't hit Sam directly, so we had to add the effects in afterwards. The shot of Sam on the floor, the high angle shot, shows his weakness, and with Amy leaving within this shot, it also shows that the force that she has put upon him. The various shots of Sam's close up on the floor from different angles. The high angle we've got show again the power that Amy has on Sam, and also allows the audience to see the facial expressions that Sam shows. We now begin to see sort of his body language, how unhappy it is, how much he's been essentially his life's been sort of ripped apart, I guess. The low angle shot of Amy walking in, her feet on the floor, is quite powerful as well. We can't see her facial expressions, nor can we see Sam's towards the end. So that sort of mystery, I guess, sort of builds pace in a sense, and adds to the fact that he is trapped, and in the end he is quite defenceless, I guess. And also that the violence is too graphic for us to show onto our screens. The hospital shot, we used a track out shot to show the nurse to Sam, because at this point it wouldn't be so clear to the audience of who is actually in a hospital bed. Could it be Sam? Could it be Amy? So the way that the nurse moves her hand out of the way is kind of a clever idea that we used to show some ambiguity to the situation. We then used a low angle shot which showed Amy walk into the hospital bed. The hospital bars symbolising again trapped, and then the two ending shots, one of Sam's face up against the life support machines that turns off. This allows the audience to see that in relation to his life state, that he's actually dead now, because the line's obviously moving across the heart monitor that's showing that he's no longer alive. And then the end shot we thought was quite powerful, just a still static shot, no movement or anything, just of the characters just standing there. Sam obviously dead, and Amy just standing there. So yeah, that is how camera work was used towards our short film.